Good morning. So welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is day 7 of ground. Walk and connect to ground is the task for today. We're going to take it down onto the ground a little bit today and move in loads of yum and delicious ways. So come lie on your back and we shall begin. Come. So knees are bent and feet are flat on the floor. Find your ground, feel the floor beneath you. Just love that feeling of like really settling my shoulders, giving myself space to be here now. Dropping my face, softening my eyebrows, softening my jaw, deepening into your belly and breath. Nice, and just begin to sway your knees from side to side. The last few days we've been doing very standy and upright poses using our bum and our glutes. So today we're going to access similar muscles, but using the floor, using the ground to support us. So just rocking your knees from side to side and let your breath really fall down into the cavern of your belly. Like how expansive and full and soft can you allow your breath to be? Can you allow the movement to synchronize with your breath in some way? And it's not a particular thing that I'm looking for, it's your version of connected, breathing, moving. Nice, come back to center. So feet are hip distance apart, feet are flat on the floor, arms are long beside you, and then lift your hips up off the floor and sweep your arms overhead. And as I did that, I tucked my chin in a little bit and lengthened through the back of my neck. And then lower your bum down, bring your arms straight up towards the ceiling, lift your feet off the floor, squeeze your knees towards you. Arms up, feet down, lift your hips, arms overhead. Bum down, squeeze your knees in. Lift your hips, arms overhead. Bum down, squeeze your knees in. So the area of action is the deep belly and the pelvis. The psoas, as we pull our knees up towards you, as you drop your feet to the floor. So slow down the lifting and the dropping of your feet. So feel the lift of your feet as you squeeze them in, and then the drop of your feet as you lower them down. Lift of your feet, and then the drop of your feet. We have sound effects today. Lift of your feet. Oh, drop of your feet. Nice. So from here, we're going to start changing things up a little bit. So yesterday when we were standing, we drew our knee up towards our chest, and then we were doing things with our legs and standing. So we're going to do stuff with our legs and lying down. So draw your knee up towards your chest and squeeze it in and hold your hands around your knee. And then lengthen your right leg up towards the ceiling. And as you do so, lift your hips up off the floor. Bend your knee, squeeze your knee into your chest, and then stretch your leg up, lift your hips up. Bend your knee, squeeze it in, lift your hips, stretch your leg up. So again, feel the power of your legs and the power of your pelvis. One more time. Super. From here, keep your hips up off the floor. There's no required distance. You can lower your hips down, but keep your bum floating And then lower your right heel down in the direction of the floor. And then as you straighten your leg up towards the ceiling, drop your bum to the floor, okay? So lift your bum, drop your leg, drop your bum, lift your leg. So it has this kind of slightly like zoomies. So as my hips lift, my foot drops down to the floor. As my hips drop, my foot rises up towards the ceiling. One more time. Nice, change. Right foot to the floor, squeeze your left knee towards you. And as you straighten your leg, lift your hips up off the floor. Bend your knee, squeeze your knee towards you, drop your bum. Lift your bum, lengthen your leg upwards. Find an expression of ground and strength as you do this. It's almost like don't be passive in the movement, engage yourself into the movement, commit to the movement in a really wholesome, powerful, that satisfying engagement of our bodies. Again, squeeze your knee in, lengthen your leg up. Cool, we're going to change it up. So as your heel lowers down, your bum stays floating. As your foot rises up, your bum drops to the floor. Bum rises, leg drops. Leg lifts, bum drops. It's like this weird pendulum. Foot drops, hips lift. Hips drop, leg lifts. It's like a seesaw. Is that a seesaw? A lever? A fulcrum? Some kind of, I keep seeing like machines or something. It's very nice. One more time. Super. Drop your bum to the floor. Sway your knees from side to side. Nice. So bring your feet as wide as your mat. Bring your arms out wide also. So my feet are wide. I can feel the edges of my yoga mat beneath my feet. My arms are wide. Drop both knees down towards the left. And just pause there, really just letting that left knee fall in the direction of the floor. And again, we're lengthening through that deep hip, belly, buttock area. Ground your right shoulder down. You can even bend your right elbow if you wish. And just ground your right shoulder down. And we're going to lift the right foot off the floor. And to do that, you're going to feel this deep engagement in the rib cage and the belly. And then glide your right knee up in the direction of your left shoulder. And then lengthen your right leg long. Nice. Bend your knee and touch as far back towards the right as you can with your toes. And then draw your knee up towards your shoulder. Straighten your leg. So yesterday we did a similar movement where we reached behind us. Did we only do that on one side, I wonder? Oh, I'm having a flashback that did we do it both sides? I think we did. Anyways. So you straighten your right leg when it's over towards the left. You're bending your knee and really seeking the furthest point of contact back towards the left. Oh, the right, sorry. Straighten your right leg when it's on the left. Bending your knee as it travels towards the right. You could also seek what's the furthest point up you can touch with your right leg as you seek the furthest point back. One more time. Nice, other side. I'm going to swing, otherwise I'm going to knock down my screen. So, nice. So arms are wide. Feet are as wide as your mat also. Feet are really wide, okay? Drop both knees down towards the right and just really fall into the deep length of the front of your belly. Oh, the sense of your shoulders, the wide of the front of your body. So remember, the first movement is going to be strengthening. So you're going to lift your left foot off the floor and feel how your rib cage have to work. And then draw your left knee up in the direction of your right shoulder and then straighten your left leg. Bend your knee, swing your foot behind you and find the point of furthest back that you can go. Nice. Stretch your leg and bend your knee. So I got a wonderful photograph yesterday that somebody up in my Cullen is still somehow doing yoga outside every once in a while at the moment. And I was like, of course, there's spaces between the torrential rain. So thank you so much for your photograph of your yoga mat and your beautiful flowers. So you're stretching your left leg towards the right, and then you're bending your left foot back behind you. Stretching your left foot to the right, and then bending your left foot back. One last time. Lengthening your left foot forward, bending it back. Nice. Come back to center. Pause. Just really let yourself fall into the effort of that, or the rest after that. Maybe there's a sigh, a deeper breath, a sense of drop, a sense of landing. Nice. So reach your right arm long above your head and then roll over onto your right side and bring your left hand to the floor directly in front of you. Okay? So today's version, we're gonna have our bottom leg bent. We're gonna move on as we go, and that bottom leg is gonna straighten, but not today. So bring your right hand to the floor in front of you and draw your right knee up till it touches your right elbow. So yesterday we did this movement, knee to elbow on same side. And then sweep your left foot behind you. And as you do so, feel that you're stabilizing your belly and pushing your left foot into the floor. So there's length. Pause there. Nice. And then draw your knee up and round your back as you do so. Great. Bring your foot back behind you. Seek the reaching. And then draw your knee up forward. Round your lower back. Really fold into your belly as you do this. Pause. Behind you. And then pause with your knee up towards your elbow. Cool. So the other movement that we did yesterday was knee to the outside of our shoulder. So knee to the outside of your shoulder, and then stretch your left leg long and try and touch out so I can see my toes. They're just beyond my right knee as I do that. Right knee, a left knee up to your shoulder, and then stretch your leg long. And I'm reaching so much that my right hip and waist are lifting a bit off the floor. No, my right waist, hip is staying down, waist is lifting. Knee to your shoulder. Lengthen as far out as you can. I can see my toes. One more time. Shoulder. Touch. Great. Last one of these on this side. Try and draw your left knee to your left hand and then touch your toe behind you to the floor and bring your foot flat to the floor. Okay? Touch your knee to your hand and then bring your foot flat to the floor behind you and push your foot down. Baby toe side pushes down. Knee to your hand. And then push your foot down behind you. Super cool. Come to the other side. So, left arm is long and overhead. Roll over onto your left side. Right hand is on the floor in front of you. It's really solid on the floor. To begin with, what did we start with? Oh, knee to elbow. Draw your right knee up to your elbow. Nice. And then sweep your foot behind you and really feel that as you reach, there's length happening through the front of your body, but I'm not flopping into it. My chest and face aren't falling forward. I'm stabilizing my torso and creating length from a place of stability. My right hand is pushing extra into the floor to create that stability. Knee to elbow, rounding your lower back. Foot back behind you. So commit and engage into this movement. Make this the most powerful expression of you in this moment. Like, feel the deep strength of your belly, of your spine. So as I draw my knee towards my elbow, I'm really squeezing through the lower back and belly. As I draw my foot back, I feel the length. One more time. Super. So draw your knee up to the outside of your shoulder and then stretch your leg long so that it's out from my left knee and I'm touching the floor. Knee up the outside of your shoulder. Touch. Shoulder. Touch. Shoulder. And touch. Great. Bend your knee. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. And then bring your foot behind you, flat to the floor. Push it deeply down. Knee to wrist. Foot flat to the floor. Knee to wrist. Foot flat to the floor. One more time. God, this one's gnarly. God. Foot flat to the floor. Come lie on your back. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart, hands on your lower belly. I want to shimmy my spine. I always want to, so instead of like flattening my lower back down or something like that, I push my elbows down and I walk my shoulders away from my hips. And suddenly I have this sense of length and my pelvis feels really held in the stretch of my shoulders away from myself. And just deepen into your breath. Fall into the belly, fall into your pelvis, into the movement. Nice. So either lift one leg and then the other, or lift both legs up. Reach down, hold on to your feet, and pull your feet towards your belly. My knees. So with my knees, I'm going to turn sideways. So my feet are together. I'm reaching down, holding onto my feet, and I'm pulling my feet towards my belly. And then I try and draw my knees outwards. So it's like I'm widening through my knees, and then I squeeze my knees and I hug myself in. Widen through my knees, squeeze in, widen, pause there. So it's almost like as I pull my feet towards me, my knees are trying to fly away to the sides and widen. I'm drawing my shoulders away from my ears, my chin's tucked in. Really deepen into your breath, into your belly. Nice. Last movement. So either hold on to the backs of your knees, to your ankles, or to the soles of your feet. Come into happy baby pose. So drop your shoulders towards the floor, give them weight. And as you give your shoulders weight, that'll naturally draw your feet a bit closer down. And my knees are wide and out to the side. And then I have this imagination. So I'm focusing on the four corners of my torso. So my two shoulders are moving backwards. And then I'm imagining that I can bring my sit bones towards the floor and I can widen into the back of the pelvis. I really sink into the sacrum and the coccyx so that it's moving towards the floor. Deepen your belly, deepen your breath. Nice. Both feet to the floor. Just sway your knees from side to side. Just rock them in one direction and then the other. And just continue to sway your knees and rock them, allowing movement into your spine, a sense of softening into the belly. Again, like we did at the very beginning of the class, find a way to mirror or resonate or connect or what do we use, say? Synchronize, that's the one. Synchronize your belly and your breath as you move from side to side. So ground 7, walk and connect to ground. So as I was out walking this morning, I started almost like connecting all the different things that we've done so far. Not all of them. I didn't have a shower in cold water while I was walking down the road. So I could feel my feet on the ground. So I was actively walking and it felt really beautiful to walk. And then I could feel the temperature of the air in my skin. I got a sense of the direction of the wind. Yeah, it was just this lovely weaving of the skills that we're including in the month. And it was this active sense of walking. I had shoes on, I was on the road. And just, yeah, include feet and movement and see what you weave into the sensory experience of walking. Yeah, walk and connect to ground. It was very beautiful. A very nice way for me to connect and move this morning as I walked along with the dogs. So I will see you all tomorrow. Another absolutely wonderfully glorious day of ground. And welcome, Frida. So awesome to have you here. Really, it just made my day when you said you were here with me. So see you all tomorrow and ciao, ciao.